Is there anything you liked about Tiffany Smiley?
Is there anything I like about
Yeah.
it? Yeah, again, like, show me the evidence that what she's saying will work. I'm more liberal than Joe Biden.
Katie Daviscourt reporting for Rebel News. Just ahead of the United States midterm elections, King County Elections promoted an event that bribed the Hispanic community with free tamales and special gifts to teach them how to fill out their ballots. Now, the event that they promoted was being hosted by Washington Environmental Council, a progressive nonprofit activist organization that aims to eliminate fossil fuels and heavily promotes democratic legislation and policies. Now, since King County Elections is supposed to be fair and non-biased, I searched their accounts to see if they had promoted any conservative events and came up short. Now, my investigation will most likely make a lot of conservative voters and candidates angry, and rightfully so take a look to see what happened. I walked into the Mill Creek room at Kent Commons where a small group of people were gathered. They were eating tamales and discussing midterms. It wasn't a large turnout, which was most likely due to the severe storms that we have been having in the area. After I was bribed with free tamales and was entered into the special giveaway, I walked over to the table they had set up where you could check your voter registration and even print out your ballot. On the table were 2 voting guides. The first guide was for candidates endorsed by Washington Environmental Council, while the second guide consisted of a list of progressive candidates. But there were no guide for conservative candidates or their policies. After I was offered, or should I say bribed, with free tamales, in walked a woman that I knew named Michelle Lee, who runs a conservative organization called Washingtonians for Change, who also came to infiltrate the event. Michelle and her friend both brought their ballots with them, and we all sat down with one member of the organization who guided us through the ballot and the candidates.
I work for Washington Environmental Council.
While he didn't mark our ballots for us, he told us which candidates he voted for, why he voted for them, and when Michelle and her friend pressed on conservative candidates and their issues, he had zero knowledge and used rhetoric that could easily persuade an ill-informed or first-time voter away from the issues that they care about.
Did you vote Pramila?
I'm not in her.
Oh, you're not entered. Okay.
I would if I were there. It's a stretch to say that I support her, but I would prefer her over Clifton.
We should vote for Patty?
Is basically like pro-gun control, pro-union, and pro-choice. And Tiffany Smiley is basically running on like my perspective on the Republicans running on crime is like, because she is running on it. Like Tiffany Smiley, she's like, oh, crime's getting so bad in Seattle. It's like, you never come to Seattle, whatever. I'm not really I'm not hearing like solutions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like if I'm hearing that, and they talk a lot about the border. To me, what border are you talking about? So all she talks about is the U.S. border with Mexico. And I'm like, we're in Washington state. So I'm not hearing, so Tiffany Smiley is basically running on what you're saying. She's like running on crime, and she's hearing that people are concerned about it, but I'm not hearing solutions. I thus far have not heard solutions.
Is there anything you liked about Tiffany Smiley?
Is there anything I like about
Yeah.
her? I'm pulling up her agenda to see.
I'm glad you're going through all this.
Okay, so here's the thing, is sometimes she says things that are good, but then there's no detail, which makes me concerned, which goes for a lot of politicians, right?
Okay.
So like reducing wasteful spending that causes inflation. I'm like, okay, but then I don't see any detail. So I don't know. Okay, here's one. I would support bipartisan legislation that gives parents the options to advance child tax credit payments to help families after the birth or adoption of a new child.
Okay.
So that's a solution, right? That's a solution.
So, but it's both the Republicans and the Democrats are for it. So.
Oh, okay.
So it's just, they're both for it, is actually what I'm reading.
She mentions closing the border and the
Border with the Mexicans.
Right, but that's where most of the criminal activity is coming into the country. Yes, there's a Canadian border.
I'm more liberal than Joe Biden.
And people coming across are smarter than the coyotes, they come here, and that coyote says, you can have to pay me a paycheck, because I don't have family.
That's illegal immigration.
Right, that's why you gotta be very careful. That's what I'm trying to say. And, a lot of trafficking goes on, women and children.
Yeah, something that is not going to be addressed
And
by what
drugs,
she's saying.
people die here fentanyl.
Yeah, again, like,
Yeah.
show me the evidence that what
Yeah,
she's
she's
saying
all
will
over
work.
the
Actually support, right? So I personally
Which
support.
one are you supporting?
Well, the idea that we should have a tax on aircraft, I personally support.
So, what are your thoughts on King County Elections promoting this event?
Well, first of all, they have no business promoting this event because, it's nonpartisan. If they're going to do something, they should be have representatives from both sides. But clearly what I found tonight is very one-sided. All the questions, all the candidates that we brought up were leaning towards the liberal Democrats.
You just have to wonder why King County Elections would ever promote this event. It is blatantly biased. And if they're promoting a Democrat organization's event, they should also be promoting a Republican's. But I think that most would agree that they just should not promote either side and stick to fair and secure elections. Thank you guys. Katie Daviscourt, Rebel News. If you enjoyed our coverage of today's events, please go to rebelnewsusa.com and donate. We are 100% crowdfunded by the people. We report for the people. We do not take a dime for the government. And we appreciate all of your support. We cannot continue telling the other side of the story without you guys. So again, that is rebelnewsusa.com. Thank you.